Hello and welcome everyone to AARP Wyoming's 2026 Voter Guide Series. I'm Tom Laycock with AARP Wyoming, and today we're joined by Paul Hoeft, who's running for the Wyoming Legislature in Senate District 19, located in Park County. AARP has a proud 40-year history of nonpartisan voter engagement and does not endorse or oppose candidates, nor does AARP make contributions to political campaigns or candidates at any level. Instead, we ask questions so our members understand where the candidates sit on important issues and can make their own decisions on Election Day. Today, I'll ask Mr. Hoeft 3 questions, allowing for a 1-minute and 30-second response to each. Then we'll give him 2 minutes to deliver his pitch to the voters of Senate District 19. So our first question today. Recent AARP survey data suggests 80% of older adults wish to age in their homes and communities as they get older. If elected, what would you do to ensure older Wyoming residents can stay in their homes and communities as long as they can?
Well, good morning, Tom. And that's a very interesting question and multi-layered. But one of the interesting things in my district, and I heard loud and clear, was that their property tax burden they felt that it was far too excessive. And one of my big pushes is that to reduce the property tax burden for everyone. And we've made great gains in that. But I want to emphasize the fact that folks have the ability to spend their money the way they see most fit, and in doing so, through property tax relief was one of their biggest concerns. They were more interested in that than any other issue, and that was their biggest concern. Being able to stay at home as long as they could was tax relief.
Thank you. Our second question for today. AARP's 2023 Vital Voices survey and our 2025 member survey show our members are seeking candidates who will help protect them from fraud and scams. In recent years, we've seen scammers evolve to using crypto ATMs and deed fraud to separate Wyomingites from their cash. How would you work to protect older adults from fraud and scams?
Great question. I currently serve on the Corporations, Elections, and Political Subdivisions Committee. And in our last session, this very issue came up. We're in the process of drafting legislation, and especially when it comes to home title protection. And in our next session, we will be bringing that forward, and we will be working to ensure that before any kind of title transaction can happen, that it needs to be done in person and face-to-face, and it would restrict a lot of these online processes that have been going on where false representation can take place. And so that is one way we're helping to protect, people being able to secure in themselves their property and make sure that scammers are held back by making sure that everything's done in person and that people can be aware that they are being contacted before any kind of transaction can take place.
Okay, our third question for today and our final question. We know Wyoming residents are concerned with rising property taxes. While property taxes can be burdensome, they can also fund critical state and local services, including local transportation, home-delivered meals, and home health services that keep older adults aging in place. If elected, how would you balance the need for relief with ensuring critical services stay in place?
So in that, I'm a huge proponent of local buy-in. One of the things that we need to do is get the message out clear to our communities, because every community has a different issue and different needs. And for instance, here in Park County, and in my local district, there's been a need for an improved senior center, and we are going to have the ability to vote for a penny tax to help get that done. And we need to get the message out that our seniors, the needs for our seniors, instead of I feel year after year having to legislate dollars for these local issues, it would be better that if our communities understood the needs and communicate those more readily. So I love local control and local issues. I love to help out our seniors and in their needs. And we do, through my particular church, we do support our elderly in those endeavors. And so we need to get that message out and give more local control over some of these issues.
Well, thank you, Mr. Heff, for answering our questions. Now let's give you 2 minutes to explain why you're the best person to represent Senate District 19.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the question. And I would like to continue in the Senate with my work that transfer over from the House, in that to continue listening to the people on their issues with tax relief, and of course concerns about election integrity, our immigration accountability, and protecting women in their spaces, and to further right-sizing government through the budget, and to support our schools and our education systems in any way we can. I am a huge proponent of the future for our young people in the state of Wyoming to get all the career and technical education that they can get, because 60% of the jobs in Wyoming's future will require that type of education. We need to propel our young people into the future that way so they can stay here in Wyoming and become productive citizens. I absolutely love to right-size government for our state, because 560,000 people, and we want to take care of our locals, but also right-size government in that issue so that we don't overspend. Thank you, Tom, for this opportunity, and we will do our best for Wyoming in the future.
Well, thank you, Mr. Heff, for your time, and thank you to our viewers for joining us in this video voter guide. We encourage you to keep checking Cowboy State Daily and AARP Wyoming's Facebook page for more voter guides in the days to come.